It's time for Friday Flicks, a genuinely heartwarming family story and an adventure film that takes place inside a computer are available for viewing this week. And here to review Coda and Free Guy is film critic Chuck Koplinski. Chuck, take it away. Which one are we kicking things off with?
Let's start with Coda.
Yeah.
Coda was a genuine surprise to me. I saw it first at the Sundance through the Virtual Film Festival back in the spring. Watched it again last week, and boy, I liked it even more. Coda stands for Child of Deaf Adults, and that would be Ruby Rossi. There you see her played by Emilia Jones. I want you to remember that name, Emilia Jones. This young lady is fantastic. She's going to be a major, major star. Ruby's got a big problem. She is the only one who can hear and speak in her family. She has a deaf brother and deaf parents, and they use her as the bridge to the outside world. They have exiled themselves, and they rely on her to translate, to communicate with everyone else around them. And she's in her senior year at high school. She's seeing her friends make plans to go away, and she feels stuck, and she doesn't quite know what to do. However, there's a music teacher there. There he is, played by Eugenio Derbez, and he sees something in her. He says, "You've got a voice. We need to train this voice. You've got something to say." And wouldn't you know it, he takes her under his wing, and I guess you could guess that there's a big music competition at the end that might result in a scholarship for her. There's really nothing new here as far as the plot is concerned, but there is so much heart in this movie. I was put off by the first half hour because the comedy with the parents when they're signing their sexual activities, I don't need to see that. No one needs to see that. But once we get past that, we get into Ruby's story. And let me tell you, this Emilia Clarke, she is fantastic. You can't take your eyes off of her. And you're rooting for her every step of the way, whether she's singing, whether she's dealing with this crush that she doesn't know what to do with. Every little thing that comes her way, you know she's strong enough to get it done, and that's a great performance. Coda is on Apple TV+. I can't say enough good things about Apple. You've got Coda, you've got Ted Lasso. Joseph Gordon-Levitt has a new show on called Mr. Corman. $5 a month. That's all it costs. $5. It's the best $5 you're going to spend. Give it a shot. I can't imagine you won't like Coda and these other things as well.
I was going to say Apple TV is that one that I don't have yet for streaming services, but every time you guys come in here, you're talking about Apple TV.
Yep.
All right, so next up we're talking about Free Guy.
Free Guy, I didn't want to see.
No.
I didn't want to see. Ryan Reynolds kind of bugs me because he's always the same thing. But I tell you, in Free Guy, his Mr. Innocent Goofy guy, his persona is perfect because he plays the guy in the blue shirt. Yes, that's his name, the guy in the blue shirt, because he's a character in a video game called Free City. I'll let you make the connection between Free City and Fortnite. There he is. He's just one of these background characters who, no one pays any attention to, but suddenly he develops a conscience and he realizes that maybe there's more to his, and I'm using air quotes here, life than he realizes within this game. And there you see Jodie Comer. She's looking for something. She is looking for a piece of information within this game that he needs to help her find. This movie ended up being a lot smarter than I thought it was because it goes back and forth between what's happening in the game and what's happening in real life, because there's Jodie there in her real persona. She's a young lady who actually programmed the game and had some technology stolen. Smart movie. It gets to dealing with things like predestination and free will because he's saying, I'm a program. I'm not supposed to be doing this stuff. And other people saying, yes, you have a choice. Take advantage of your life and go for it. And it's a message we all need to hear every once in a while. Movie's a little long, but really, again, it ended up being much smarter and much fresher than I thought it was. So Free Guy, if you want to go to the theater, it's the type of movie you see in a theater.
Now, teens in one movie and then the video game theme in the other. Are both of these suitable to take the kids to the theater? Oh,
completely. Completely, yeah. And Coda, if you're like 10 and up, you'd be fine, and the teens would love that. And, Free Guy. Coda, everyone's going to love that. Beautiful family movie.
And I know some Fortnite fans might be excited about the Free Guy. You mentioned a little bit of a connection maybe there.
Well, I'm sure Fortnite people will be catching things I didn't catch, old guy that I am. I played Fortnite once. My son talked me into it, and he laughed and laughed at my inability to do it. So, yeah, I'm sure people who do game are going to be catching Easter eggs I didn't. So there's a lot of layers there.
Now, if you had to pick one of these, if someone only has time to watch one this weekend, which one should they start off?
I would say with Coda. I would say that. So, yeah. And a lot of stuff next week, too. There's an action film coming out next week called The Protege with Michael Keaton, Maggie Q. I'm actually on my way to Chicago to interview Maggie Q, which is why I kind of cleaned up today. So we'll be looking forward to that interview next week, and then I'll review the film as well.
All right. Thanks so much, Chuck.
You bet.